So, if you've been anywhere online this week, you know all about the release of ChatGPT-5. It's been hugely promoted and commented on, and it's everywhere. Some people are really excited and say it's the best thing since sliced bread. Many people are not so impressed. In fact, they're confused or they're frustrated. And if you felt any of them, you're certainly not on your own. Personally, I felt quite frustrated with it. I know it's a new deep thinking model, but I found it to just be really frustrating, where I had my prompt so I could create a mega prompt very quickly and I'd get instant results with 4o, not the case with ChatGPT-5. And sometimes it would be thinking that long that I just wouldn't get a response. It was super frustrating. And there's been quite a backlash, and OpenAI have responded to that backlash, which is always smart. And they've now given paid members, so even if you're just in the plus $20 a month plan, you can access 4o. Just go into your settings and access the legacy model, which makes a huge difference. And that's something that I've done. I much prefer that model. I know there are some great aspects to ChatGPT-5. One of them is that it does do deep thinking. In 4o, I would use deep research, and that was really useful. That's not available now, but ChatGPT-5 will do that same function. So there's definitely benefits to it. Let's break it down, especially if you're a woman in business. This is for you. You know, we're madly juggling clients, content, family, kids, the kitchen sink, the works. We don't need to be slowed down by AI. It's meant to be there to improve and support us. So what they're saying with GPT-5 is it's a much deeper thinker. It reasons more. Reasons more, because it's not sentient, so we know that. But there is a lot more processing goes into it. So it's a much deeper thinking than 4. It's much better with images and graphs and spreadsheets and PDFs. So it's a lot more versatile with what you're putting into it. You're going to get great results. And I must admit, I've had a bit of a play with it, and I just put in a whole slew of bank statements and said, I want to know recurring payments, because, like most people, I sign up for things and then I'm not using them, and it's a great way to keep on top of it. It was instant and great results. So it's got many, many benefits for sure. However, for that quick action that we like in business and to save our time, 4o, I believe, is a better option. So I'm just toggling between the two, which I find super beneficial. I'm really happy that they've brought that back in. And look, there's been so much pushback in general against AI. It's happening way too fast. It's changing. And that's true. I did a training thing for my membership, AI for Entrepreneurs. I hadn't even shared it or posted it, and it's already defunct because it's changing so fast. I don't know that there's much we can do about that. It's just a matter of keeping up with it. But that is definitely one of the pushbacks that people are giving. And, ChatGPT-5 came just as people were really getting a handle on the other models. So yeah, I agree. It's happened fast, but it's here. And the fact that they've now given us 4o as well, I think it's a really good thing. One of the things I'm very happy with, all my custom bots inside the membership, they instantly have access to ChatGPT-5. It definitely does do more researching and consideration of what you're putting in. It's not as warm. One of the things is that 4o is a lot friendlier and warmer, but I think you can work that into your prompts if you prefer that type of output, which I do, because I try hard not to write in an academic text manner. I like to write like it's a conversation. It will create that. You just need to put it in the prompts. Another thing that they're saying with ChatGPT-5 is it has memory for previous chats you've had. So you can pick up on conversations that was started earlier and it will reference them, or you can reference them and it will know exactly what you're talking about. So you're not starting with a clean slate all the time. And that's really useful, especially if you're running an online business, because you can go back to them. I think the biggest difference of all is that ChatGPT-4o is much faster. So if you're wanting speed, that's definitely the model to use. If you're wanting deeper and more meaningful content, then 5 is the go. Like I said, I was using deep research in 4o, which seems to have gone. And so I greatly benefit from ChatGPT 5. I phrase those deep research questions into ChatGPT 5. And I have to say, I've been very happy with the results, and it's very easy to check. So it seems to be more accurate than 4o. I think 4o was very much a people pleaser, and it would make assumptions rather than say, I don't know that, or I haven't got that access. And it would give information that wasn't correct. I've noticed less of that with 5, which is a really good thing. I mentioned the memory of ChatGPT 5 being so much bigger, which is great for us business owners because we often jump between projects or between our programs. So I like it that I can mention AI for entrepreneurs, or I can mention the Leadership Mastermind, and it will go back to previous conversations about that particular program. I like that a lot. So in a nutshell, I think ChatGPT 5 is great for deeper research, bigger memory. You can jump between projects and it will go back to projects. Apparently it's more accurate, whereas 4o is great for speed, for short-term memory, things that you're working on. 5 is better for those multitask, multimodal type situations. It's more creative. You can bring in more things, spreadsheets, PDFs, and all sorts of things you can pull in. So it's definitely got a lot more skills than 4o, but for now, 4o certainly has a place. And the fact that they've given us both is a really good thing. My recommendation is, and what I'm doing is I'm switching between the two depending on what I'm working on. And that works. So the bottom line is AI is a great tool. None of them are perfect at this point in time. So switching between them is a really good thing, whether it's switching between models or switching between tools. I have a whole team of bots that I use on a daily basis that I've created. They're inside the membership, but I also use ChatGPT and I use OpusClip and I use Descript because there's a place for a number of them. You know, it's easy to get into overwhelm because there's so many, but look at your task list and look at the minimum number of tools you can use and pay for to get those tasks done. I don't think there is any question that AI makes our life so much easier. It gives us back a lot of our time. It's really beneficial to business, and I think ultimately it's not going anywhere. So we need to get on board the AI train. That's why I've created the membership, and I've got the free checklist, and I've got the free video series. If you want to get started with AI, or you want to learn a bit more about how I work with AI, I'll pop them in the comments below and you can grab either of them. And look, the people who are creating these AI tools, they're on a learning curve too. So it's an exciting time to be in business for sure. Now, if you're using AI, you've got tools that you love, you've got tools you're frustrated with, I'd love to hear where you are in your journey because we're all finding our feet in this whole new AI world. I love hearing what other entrepreneurs are doing and what's working for them. So let me know in the comments. Have an awesome week. Bye.